Well, go on, traders. Yeah, the traders here again. Okay, another start to the trading week. So let's see what's going on with Mullen here now. So we had a decent little run past couple of trading days. So we had touched the 32 cents, where Mullen had run up around 200% from 10 cent all the way to 32 cent over 2 days. We got about I would think almost 4 billion worth of volume was traded for the over the past 2 days. But as I can see here, Mullen has now kind of cooled off. So on Friday we opened at 22 cents and we ended the day at 18 cents. So right now we're hovering around the 18 cent level. So let's jump into Yahoo Finance and see, what's going on, and if any news came out that would be interested in. So as you can see, Mullen did pull back around 13% on Friday. Pre-market down another almost 4%. Market cap 46 million. So we have seen worse. It has gone down to as low as 24 million. And the volume has kind of cooled off a little bit. As you can see, volume is still very high for a stock, but volume is at 150 million compared to 2 billion, 1.9 billion just last week, last trading day. So let's see what's going on with regards to the news. So this came out just 58 minutes ago. Mullen Automotive announces start of the 2023 strikingly different EV tour commencing August 20th, 2023 in Austin, Texas. So if for you guys that have been following Mullen for a little while, yeah, they had this tour last year also with the Mullen 5. So let me just jump into the details and see what they're saying. So the Mullen 5 crossover will be back on tour this summer with more US stops and additional EV vehicles, including the Mullen 5 RS EV Sport crossover, the Mullen GT electronic sports car, that's a flat Firefly, the Mullen 1 Class 1 commercial EV cargo van, the Mullen 3 commercial Class 3 electronic truck, and the Bollinger B2 pickup truck. So there seems like they're going to be bringing more of these vehicles on tour, which is pretty good. Alright, so they're saying here that Mullen announced that today announced the beginning of the 2023 Striking a Different EV Tour, which commences August 20th in Austin, Texas. With the tremendous success of the Mullen 5 Tour in 2022, additional EVs have been added to the 2023 segment, including all of these here, which I just mentioned, so I'm not going to read that again. The tour will commence late summer, August 20th, 2023, and continue through November 2023. I will cover the East Coast, Midwest, Northwest before finishing up in California. Initial announced locations include Austin, Texas, New Orleans, Washington, D.C., Las Vegas. Additional tour stops on the East Coast, Midwest, Northwest, West Coast to be announced soon. Like last year, Mullen 5 reservation holders and investors will have the priority to secure a spot on the upcoming tour. However, Mullen anticipates being able to accommodate all interested participants due to more vehicles and tour stops in 2023. So it says for locations and details on how to register can be accessed here. So if you go on Yahoo Finance and you are somewhere in this area, chances are you want to check this out. So you can just click on the link right there. So it says this year on tour, the public will have the opportunity to experience Mullen's commercial retail EV lineup, interact with some of Mullen's partners, is closely working with them, as well as check out the latest electronic vehicle technology that the company has been working on, including Persona. So I'm not going to go into what persona is, but we spoke about that before. Just at the highlight here is persona is a AI powered persona is MULLEN proprietary advanced facial recognition technology, which bridges the gap between driver and vehicle, personalizing the overall experience. So I'm not going to dive into that, but let's see what David is saying here. After the incredible success we had last year with the tour, we obviously had to make it bigger this year by covering more stops and featuring more vehicles. That's what David said. One of the more exciting highlights of this tour has to be the ultra high performance MULLEN 5 RS, which I have been working on for a while to compete with some of the best and well known regarded automotive marquees. So the MULLEN 5 RS is an ultra high performance EV that will feature a top speed of over 200 miles per hour, acceleration of 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1.95 seconds, which is pretty good. The vehicle will be equipped with 800 volt architecture, all-wheel drive, a 2-speed gearbox, and over 1,100 horsepower, which is quite impressive. So I would love to see that go up against the Tesla Model Y. So this is kind of what came out, so nothing huge, but at least it's something positive. So if we take a look at what's going on with the options, I spoke about the volume already. The volume is still pretty high in terms of the stocks that were traded. So if we take a look at the options, the option call has for Friday has reset to 0, but it was 74,000 on Friday, which is pretty good. Usually we at a high for MULLEN we were at like 30,000, so 74,000 is pretty good. Open interest for this week, let's take a look. 32,000, so that's pretty good in terms of open interest. That's like a high enough average. 26,000 for next week. I think this is still remain at 74,000 for the 21st. 28, it's back down to 17,000, and August for 10,000. So I guess between this week, next week, that is where you have a lot of open interest. It's not really that huge compared to the calls that came in last week. I think over 100,000, but it's pretty decent for MULLEN in terms of the call interest rolling back in, and in terms of the puts open interest, relatively small. All right, so that's kind of what I have for you today. We'll take note of how the stock will be moving between now and the rest of the week. Hopefully we hear something positive about production line starting to roll. There's a YouTuber that is actually going to be visiting one of the plants. I think that visit is set for sometime in August. They were trying to have that visit earlier, but it's going to be sometime in August of this year, where he'll gonna be live streaming the production, that type of thing. So not putting anyone's hope up because we have been there before with Lawrence and all of that type of thing. So if it actually happens, that will be great. So just putting that on your radar just in case you're wondering what's going on. But yes, the person who had interviewed David, I think it's called Financial Journey or something like that. He has been invited to do a tour of the plant and live stream. So I guess they maybe at the time in August they should have production rolling. So fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. All right, guys. So that's kind of what I have for you for today. So as usual, if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care, guys.